Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. And in this video I'm going to show you how to get good at the basics in PvP. So mainly how you can learn the moveset, and I can show you some tricks I use in this clip right here, which is at the end of the video, such as that backstep lunge, which you can use with any weapon in the game. So let's get into the first stage of this video. So, what you want to do is you want to make your build, and as you can see in this next clip, this build, you want to make a light rolling build with 60 vigor and a lot of endurance and very little of whatever stat you're going into. So this is a strength build. I would recommend to try it with a claymore, but you can do this with any weapon. It's just you'll get better. The claymore is just like a slower weapon, so you'll get better like timing and spacing and all that good stuff. So here I changed up my character, added some charms. The charms doesn't really matter. Try not focus on damage, try and focus on just surviving. And what you want to do is try and kill your opponent in about 6 hits. It depends on which weapon you're using, but you want to be able to practice using your weapon's moveset to the fullest advantage. For example, with this claymore, I can do a charged heavy to roll catch, I can do a jump attack to roll catch, I can use my sprinting light to counter jump attacks, my sprinting heavy to counter people rolling behind me. And you just want to try out every attack in your moveset. And with the attacks, there is the dodge roll or crouch hit light attack, there's the standing heavy, the standing light, and then the running light, the running heavy, the jump heavy, and the jump light. That's all your attacks. And then of course you can do a follow-up heavy or a follow-up light, and you just want to practice this. With the Ash of War, I would recommend at the start just to put Kit as your Ash of War and try and not use the Ash of War. Try and get as good as using this weapon as possible. You can have a parry weapon in your offhand if you want, or you can have a shield that gives you buffs in your back or whatever. And at the start we were light rolling, but now we could either put more armor on, but here we've put a great shield on our back and hidden it. So now we're medium rolling, so we can get better at spacing with the medium rolls on. So we can't just dodge away and dodge in to get some hits. And we've got to actually time our dodges. So if you're using the same build as me, I would recommend putting fire on your claymore. And yeah, I definitely would recommend practicing with the claymore because it's got a very diverse moveset, and then you can just do this again with any weapon you want, and you can kind of know what each move is for, like why you would have a thrusting attack, whatever you need. So you start to get more wins, and eventually when you think you've mastered the moveset, you can almost counter any attack they throw at you. You can, like, if they dodge behind you, you can hit them. You can start doing all this crazy stuff. And next you want to learn some weird unique things like backstepping. There's another part of your moveset, what's a backstep here. All the same weapon class shares the same backstep hit. For example, a thrusting sword, you do a massive lunge. Or a great sword, you do a running hit. They've all got different ones. And what you want to do is eventually you want to do a backstep. You want to unlock off the target, backstep, and at the start of the animation, you can turn around. You want to backstep first though, because it's just much more quick and clean, and you can backstep towards your opponent, then lock onto your opponent and throw out a light hit to do the follow-up lunging attack, just to get a really good range. And it's just a burst of speed that's very good for catching people off guard, or if a mage is like hiding somewhere, you can just kind of lunge it through his spells. You don't have any iframes, but you can lunge around attacks. If they've got a thrusting weapon, for example, sometimes you can go behind them and get a backstab. It's really hard to get a backstab, so I would recommend just doing a hit And sometimes you can even do a charged heavy, and if they start panic rolling, you got a free hit off. So that's really it. You can use it with any weapon. And here in this clip, you can see I'm parry baiting. So you want to practice all these things. Like this guy's trying to parry me. So instead of just throwing out a normal heavy, I charge my heavy so he messes up the parry timing and I get a free hit. Here, I just did the funny and let him throw knives at me to see how much knives I can get in my guy's body. And the fashion is amazing. So, there is no secret to getting good at PvP in this game. You just gotta practice with a weapon, get good at using the moveset, and then when you're done you can start adding Ashes of Wars and figure out oh, if I hit them with this and they panic roll, I can use this Ash of War to roll catch. And when you start doing that, you start to get good at the game. This is just the basics. I'm probably going to make a follow-up video of how to get good at parrying and all these other mechanics. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you do use a similar build to this. I'm gonna go, and for the rest of this video you can watch my Soldier of Godric build, destroy, no Ash of War, no hidden mechanics, just cool moveset. And I just destroy. I win 9 rounds in a row and I started winning about 80% of my games. So, you know this is good when you practice with your moveset. It's just a really big part of the game.